Christian Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Raising Disciples at Home, Nurturing Your Kids into Faithful Followers of Jesus, by Chris Ammen. Narrated by Chris Ammen. To my bride, Sarah, each day you become more beautiful to me. I know Luke chapter 20, verse 35 is good news, and even still, it makes me more than a little sad. Introduction. "We need a Mountain Dew in here," the nurse called as she administered an epidural to my 8 centimeters dilated wife. "I don't need a Mountain Dew," Sarah replied, in the way only someone 12 hours deep in sleep-deprived labor can. She was right. The Mountain Dew was not for her. It was for me. Within minutes of my wife's first contractions the previous day, my stomach tied itself in knots. I've never experienced anything like it. I could barely stand up straight. By the time Sarah told me that we needed to go to the hospital, the most empathetic response I could muster was, "Can I lay down for 30 minutes before we go?" You can imagine how well that was received. Once settled in the delivery room, my wife labored epidural-free and with little support from me. I spent the next 6 hours either lying in a recliner watching reruns of The Office to take my mind off the pain, or emptying my stomach of the previous night's dinner. An outside observer may have second-guessed who the real patient was. And now, at the moment my wife would finally get some relief, I had gone white as a ghost, on the verge of passing out. We are still married, for those wondering. What I now know is that I didn't have food poisoning, a stomach bug, or the flu. Instead, I was experiencing the first of what has become an 11-year battle with panic attacks. Something in my body knew that the birth of our first child was a big deal. Life as I knew it was about to change, and I couldn't control it. I couldn't run away from it. Another human would soon depend on me for life. I wasn't exactly sure I was ready. I'm still not, and we have 4 kids now. Raising kids is a terrifying prospect. Don't listen to anyone who tells you it's easy. It's not. Nobody has this parenting thing figured out. As I loaded our child in the car a few days after my Mountain Dew experience, I had the unmistakable feeling that I was stealing him from the hospital. He really belonged to the nurses, and we would bring him back in just a few hours. He was just a loner baby. Nobody would actually trust me with a real live person. But there he was, day after day, growing up in our home. Now, here's the thing nobody tells you at a baby shower. The first year is all the easy stuff. If you're in your first year as you're listening to this, I know it may not feel that way. You're physically exhausted and can no longer use the bathroom in peace and quiet. Take whatever comfort you can from this. It only gets harder. One day soon, your child will have words and opinions. Your cute, saggy-diapered beauty queen will confront you about your sin. Your precious little boy will become an entitled troublemaker. You can't stop it. It's like one of the laws of nature or something. And yet, God has asked you, yes, you, to lead your children to Jesus. This is what I'll refer to in this book as discipleship. This word may be familiar to you. If it is, you likely attach it to the concept of teaching your children about sin, repentance, and salvation. You may exclusively see discipleship as a church or a parachurch activity like Sunday school or small groups. While these are a part of discipleship, those ideas, activities, and strategies don't present a complete picture of the role that God and parents play in a child's spiritual formation. As much as you may try to do all the right things, there's a limit to your influence as a parent. If you're new to parenting, allow me to pull back the curtain on how discipleship will go for you. You'll do your best to train your child in the way that they should go, and everything in their bodies and hearts will resist that training. You'll make a great plan. You will execute it to perfection. And even still, your son or daughter will intentionally try to break you. Before you stop listening to this book and return it to wherever you bought it from, please understand that this is the most loving thing that I can possibly think to tell you. Your child will not cooperate with your discipleship. You are not ready for the task of raising disciples. You never will be, and that is the very best news that you can hear. In a world of gurus and advice columns, certainly there should be a manual for how to raise God-honoring children. Maybe you even started listening to this book thinking that it would be discipleship for dummies. It's not. There's no formula, no curriculum, no reading plan, and no catechism that will make your kids into faithful followers of Jesus. That's not the way it works. In fact, the Bible itself provides very little direct instruction on the mechanics of discipleship. We've already hinted at a few places it does, but let's look further. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Train them? Thanks, King Solomon. Got it. Care to elaborate? You shall teach them diligently to your children.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?